This is Patrick Rollens with YoChicago, and I'm here with Jacob Kaufman, Executive Vice President with Belgravia Group.
Got it.
We're at 565 Quincy. And Jacob, could you tell us a little about the project we're standing in right now?
Sure. The project we're standing in right now is a 241-unit condominium development. What's unique about it is it contains both lofts and a tower. The building here is a 7-story loft building. It was built in 2 phases, in the 20s and in the 50s. And it's been here for a long time, part of what used to be sort of a garment district here. And it was partly a warehouse facility, partly a production facility in the garment business. And that business moved out of town and was offices for a while, and finally got to a point where the building was really obsolete for what it was intended for. We came around, bought the building, and we decided to do something a little bit different. A lot of people would have come in and torn the building down and just started over again. We saw value in the building. It's a great building. It's very big and strong. It's got great columns in it, great ceiling heights, and we loved all that, but we also wanted to add more space to it, put more units on it to make the whole thing work. So we're adding an 11-story tower on top of an existing 7-story building, which makes it pretty unique. It's great because a building like this is really part of the fabric of the city, and we think it's important to save these things whenever you can. It's not a landmark building, but nonetheless, it's a distinct building. They're not making any more like it, and we wanted to try to preserve it the best way we could. By adding the space on top, we've brought it into the 21st century. We've made an exciting and sort of dynamic project by adding this large addition on top of the existing condo building.
And this is the rendering of the project right back here?
Yeah, this is the rendering here. So you can see the 7-story building on the bottom, and the new 11-story addition on the top. And stylistically, it's very clear where the old stops and the new starts. We weren't trying to mimic the old building, but we were also trying to have some harmony with it and also create some real visual excitement. One of the great things about what I do with my work is it gives me an opportunity to join in sort of the dialogue of all the great buildings in Chicago. And we see this as an opportunity to add something special and unique to the neighborhood. There are very few buildings like this in the city with this hybrid type of design.
And it sounds like you're going to have 2 really unique product types to offer buyers as well.
Absolutely. If you want it, we've got it. There are 35 different floor plans in this building, from 1-bedroom lofts, 1-bedroom den lofts, 2-bedroom lofts, which are really kind of unusual floor plans, to the whole range of 1-bedroom and 2-bedroom, different styles of more traditional condo units in the tower. We've
taken a look at the model unit right over here, but are these true lofts, or are they what they call soft lofts that some developers have been using?
Well, in the loft part of the building, there's actually the units are on 5 through 7. I think you call them true lofts. They're exposed concrete ceilings and exposed concrete columns, and 11, 12-foot ceilings, and so yeah, they're really true lofts. One other unique thing about the floor plans here, and you can see it a little bit on, I don't know if you'll be able to see it here, but the lofts all have terraces. Because of the large footprint of the building, the units actually set back about 5 feet from the outside of the building. And so all of the loft units have covered terraces, private covered terraces, which is a really exciting and unique feature.
Okay, and tell us a little about the Q room as well.
Q room is really a lot of fun. I've been in this business for a long time now, for over 10 years. And a long time ago, I got this idea that I wanted to put a bowling alley, a private bowling alley in a building. And I've just been sitting around waiting for the right building to come around that had the space, that made sense for the market and so forth. And finally we got it. So we were able to create an 11,000-foot amenity room in this building with a 2-lane private bowling alley as its centerpiece, along with pool tables and ping pong tables and all the other kind of good stuff, and a bar and a kitchen area and a movie screening room and even a putting green. So we kind of have it all for a fantastic, fun, hip, urban lifestyle here in the building without even having to leave your home.
And what floor is that on?
It's in the lower level. It's underground, actually. Yeah.
And where are we in development right now?
We are moving along fast. We are erecting the steel on top of the building right now. We're up through, I think, 4 stories of steel is up. And because this is a loft building as well, we're able to really move quickly on building out the loft units at the same time. So if I could take you up there, which I can't because there's so much construction going on, you would see loft units already being framed out, plumbing going in, all the penetrations being made. So we're quickly moving along on the loft units as well.
Okay. And you were very active in the design of this building as well, is that right?
Yeah, well, I'm an owner of the company. I also ran this project, so I had a lot to do with deciding how the actual project looked at the end of the day here.
Okay, and who's the project architect?
It's from Papa George Hames.
Papa George, okay. Yeah. And I see we got a sun deck on the 8th floor.
Yeah, another opportunity that came out of the design of this building. Again, I don't know how well you can see it, but the tower is actually an L shape. Because of the nature and the size of how a condominium unit lays out, the tower footprint is smaller than the loft footprint below it. So in the southeast southeast corner of the building, we have an 8th floor sun deck, which will have a little outdoor kitchenette, as well as all the kind of lounge chairs and some trees and so forth, an area for people to gather outside and just enjoy it. Also, the units that are on the 8th floor all have large private terraces that ring the courtyard there.
When do you expect to begin deliveries, and which portion is going to come first?
The loft units will deliver first, and they'll be later this year, actually.
Okay,
Yeah.
very good.